Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fellowship of Geekdom. I am Ben the Grey, your head geek here. With me is Don Tucker and Joel. How are you guys doing tonight?
The night is dark and full of terror.
How you doing, Master Tuck?
I'm getting the hell out of here then if that's the case, man. I'm not dealing with no terror
Listen,
today.
Khaleesi, I'll tell you, Khaleesi, your dragons can only take you so far.
Well, we better get ready because winter is coming, I believe, right?
It's getting
We're
chilly out.
technically fall is coming
Winter.
first, but then winter
Winter.
is.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
Well, guys, this Sunday comes House of the Dragon. So, what I thought it would be fun to do one final show, giving up predictions, theories, and what we want to see come from the show on Sunday.
Mhm.
What do you guys think about that?
Sounds like a plan.
I'm ready, man. Let's go.
All right. So you're the expert here. Want to give us the background on what we should expect from this show?
I just kind of have one question, I guess. Everybody is around at this point, right? Like all the houses are pretty much around, right? That
All
we
the
know
houses,
already.
yes.
Okay.
It's after Aegon's conquest.
Okay.
But it's gonna be depending on so by what they've shown in the trailer, this takes place during a time when during the reign right before the Targaryen Civil War, it seems to start. Although I don't know if they're gonna flash back, go back and forth. Like it just depends on how they're gonna make the story work. Because it seems like they're bringing up some earlier stuff and some later stuff, and I'm not too sure if it's going to be. Hello, sir.
Hey,
My
Josh.
brothers. What's going on, guys? I gotta make one comment first.
No. What's that?
Who hurt Ben?
I asked the same question, man.
You know what? You know, you should see the other guy. You should see the other guy.
See the other guy. Nice. Absolutely.
Joe.
They talk crap about one of my favorite movies. You should see the other guy.
I love that. It's such a great. See, Ben, always with the callbacks, my friend. You got it. Oh man. Sorry I'm late, guys.
It's all
Great
right.
time.
We'll forgive
I'm
you.
happy to be here.
We forgive you, sir.
Whenever
Have
you
I
show
missed
up,
it?
you're right on time.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I climbed all the way from Westeros just to get here.
I walked 100 miles in the
Yes.
snow.
It was my bloody destiny to be here, to wield my sword against your steel.
I walked uphill both ways.
Did you ever cross the
I
wall?
have one question. Why didn't you even take the fucking eagle? Take the eagle to fly.
Dude, that is what I'm saying. So why didn't Gandalf just call the eagle in and say, Frodo, here, just fly over, go low, drop it in the middle of the volcano. We're all good. It's over.
That's it. You know what?
Shit's over. Shit's over.
Well, I think they would have got
minutes.
picked off by those by the wraiths.
No. See, look, they would have had like Tom Cruise would have been flying one of the eagles.
Right,
like,
but it
picking
took like a
people
war
off.
to distract
Well,
them. And they had to like do like a war on multiple fronts.
You
There's
get
no
Tom
point in-
Cruise and the dude from Iron Eagle to come in and protect them.
to see in Return of the King, even when the Eagles were flying in,
You get Randy Quaid.
they were killing those wraiths
Right.
pretty smoothly. Sorry.
Charlie
It could-
Sheen
it
from
could
Hot
work.
Shots Part 2.
Yep.
He comes in at the last second.
Han Solo.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Nope. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Tarzan it.
See?
You must Tarzan it.
It's a
Oh.
Womp Rat.
Look, it could be like
There you
Ready
go.
Player One. It could be like Ready Player One. We can just have our Ninja Turtles come in, all kinds
Hawkeye
of stuff.
just shoots an arrow.
Yeah, everybody. Just loves it.
Oh,
Frodo throws the ring up. Hawkeye shoots an arrow through it, and it takes it right down into the. Into the
that would be incredible. I would love to see this.
Why didn't
Somebody
Legolas
that has
just
to
do
happen.
that?
Yes, exactly.
Why didn't that
Legolas
happen?
versus Hawkeye.
Another
Leg-
idea they could have done that
Legolas.
would have been easier. I'm
Legolas.
starting to think they didn't think this through. It's
They
almost like
didn't
they
think
did it just for the purpose of having a
They're like,
story.
let's send the weakest, most incapable people to do the most impossible task.
Well, it's not. They were the strongest of will, Don.
Yeah.
Look, no, I love Frodo and Sam. Don't get
The
me wrong.
strongest
I
of
love them as
will.
characters, but
Because he was able to hold the ring for so long. It's because he had a strong
let's
will.
be honest, man. They got some real lucky shots in. And got
So
It's
what
the
you're
big
telling
feet.
me
Big
is-
feet make you worthy.
Hey, Amelia.
What up, Adelia?
What's
Hey,
going on?
what's up?
That's
Adelia?
how you know I'm very
I
worthy.
guarantee Frodo will be a great Green Lantern.
Ooh, yeah, he would.
Yep, and the ring. Oh my God!
Yeah,
If
see?
there's
Oh,
any graphic
and
designers
Smeagol-
watching this,
Hello,
please do that.
Denton.
he could have
Do
both
it.
rings. He could have both rings.
Yes. Well,
See?
Smeagol will be fear.
Right.
Smeagol will be fear. Frodo will be will.
No, Celestro. Obviously.
Yeah, do it now.
Celestro.
Yes, Smeagol is definitely
Obviously.
fear. You know, I had a friend say he hasn't watched Lord of the Rings yet. I keep telling him, you've got to witness this greatness. And he said that someone explained to him, and he told this to me. He said, is this movie simply about crossing over a bridge?
You
So how
shall
do you
not
sim-
pass.
I'm like, how do you simplify the movie down to just crossing a bridge?
Yes, that is all it's
Like,
about. Is you shall not pass.
You shall not pass. You must go on this journey.
Mhm.
You know, the weight that you carry, the darkness, smoke, and shadow.
I do have a question. I've never been able to get a straight answer from anybody about this. From the time Frodo left the Shire in Fellowship,
Yeah.
and by the time he gets back in Return of the King, how long has it been?
I think it's somewhere between a year and a half. It's somewhere in that range.
That might be right, actually. I think you're right.
I think it's somewhere between a year and a half, somewhere in that
Yeah.
range. I don't know exactly the exact number, but I think it's somewhere in that range.
Mhm.
Because I know it takes them 9 months to get there total
Mhm.
from the
You
beginning.
know, another question I had. They walked all the way to Mount Doom, Frodo and Sam did anyway.
Yeah.
Did they have to do the same journey back to the Hobbit?
No, I mean well, that's the thing. Afterwards, I mean, in the books at least, they spend a lot of time, with the elves and stuff like that. So afterwards, and celebrating with Aragon and stuff like that. So
They
I
were
mean,
just
there's
tapping other races.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of time that passes where they're not
doing.
doing anything. Just
Yeah,
it's everything that's afterwards. So, but
Sam
when
got
they
a
finally
title.
get back to the Shire, like I said, I believe it's somewhere between a year and a half, somewhere in that range.
Sam marries Rosie Cotton. Eventually,
Yeah.
he gets like a title.
Right.
Mary and Pip, I think. Well, obviously, Mary was a steward, and I think Pip got like another title.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think they all eventually go back except for Sam and Frodo.
no, Frodo didn't go.
they
Sam
went
went back. Frodo didn't. Did Frodo
No.
go back?
Frodo
No,
died.
Frodo did go back.
Frodo went
Yeah.
back. Frodo
He
went
did go
back,
back.
and then he left
Frodo went
again.
back.
Because he went to go finish the book.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
So
I mean
good.
back to regular, the regular, like
Well,
Merry
like
and
life.
Pippin. Yeah, Merry and Pippin go back and do other things in the regular world. They don't stay in the Shire.
No. They became stewards, and I think they.
They don't
Yeah.
stay in the Shire.
Mhm.
He, Don, I thought Mary went on a plane to America and got crashed
He got
on an
lost.
island.
He got
He got
lost.
lost.
Plane from Australia. Yeah. I mean, New
You know,
Zealand
you
is
guys
New
were-
Zealand is right there.
Yeah, you guys knew where I was headed. You guys knew where I was headed.
He got lost with the wasp.
Wow.
It was him. It was him and the wasp.
Yeah.
Him and the wasp
Who-
playing with
who-
kiwis.
Who was also in The Hobbit?
Yep.
He was in The
Oh,
Hobbit.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
Mm.
That is very true, sir.
It's all one big universe. But
It was
Matt,
all a
you-
dream.
I used to read
That-
What Up magazines. I saw Pepper Helvedy up in the limousine. I'm hanging pictures on my. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to. Joe started it. Just
Let's say we went off on that one off.
No,
I don't know
no.
what was going on.
Joe,
I didn't know
Joe,
where we were going with that one.
are we going to get any rapping in the house of Targaryen?
Probably not, but there will be some dragons spitting hot fire.
yes, yes, yes. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
I need
okay.
hold on. I need a cat. Just a tip to you, sir.
In all,
Just a tip to
we're
you.
not kidding. I am curious. In this show, we're going to get. How many dragons should we see? A lot or not that many?
Oh,
4.
this is
Only 4.
no 4. Get out of here. This is
One more than Game of Thrones.
This is
that's
the
it.
most dragons that ever existed in Westeros at
Yeah.
one time, I believe. This is when they first start really dying off. This is the Dance of the Dragons, the Targaryen Civil War.
I was saying because there's supposed to be hundreds of them at this point, right?
I don't know the exact number. This is 200 years before. So this is like when the dragons started dying.
Okay.
After this, I believe, well, I think they already stopped being born at this point. They stopped hatching new ones. So these are all just dragons that already exist. But then this is when they're really going to start dying off.
Okay.
But there's mid-air dragon battles and shit. Like, this is the most exciting part in Westerosi history. Other than maybe when the first men arrived.
Let me ask you, with this being a prequel to Game of Thrones, do you think the dying of the dragons, do you see that being a big story plot in the show?
Probably. I mean, if you think about the way that it all happens, you should see that there's going to be some. I don't want to spoil things, so I'm trying to tread carefully on things that could happen. I don't want to like give up major plot points of
Sure.
events
No.
and stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's but yes, you're gonna see all kinds of fun dragon stuff.
Do you think you'll see, and this is really for the panel, how many of the familiar families are we going to see in the show?
Yeah, I mean, I hope we see all the major families at least. I mean, all the big ones. I kind of want it to be similar to Game of Thrones, but just set in a different time period. So, I mean, not exactly formulaic and follow, but I mean, I want to sort of see that interaction with the families and the politics too. So
7.
7
Mm,
families.
I'm going to get 7 families.
Well, we're gonna definitely see the Lannisters, the Starks. I'm sure the Tullys.
I mean, alliances are definitely different at this point in time, right?
Manderleys. Probably maybe not the Manderleys. The High Towers, because I was saying Hightower. We're gonna see Valerians.
Okay.
When you asked that, I just thought like you meant.
You're really low.
I thought they were like, you mean main families? Because I know there's a lot of families involved. I thought you meant like, I was thinking maybe like 7 core families
Like
that
the
we
7
follow
kingdoms?
throughout. But then,
Yeah.
and then like there's other families that we see throughout, but like the
Right.
main ones that we focus on, I was thinking maybe possibly 7.
How,
I know it's got to be more than that.
Well, I mean, do we see any families like come into power at this time that aren't big and powerful at this point?
Well, the Valerians have a high spot in court.
Okay.
They're another supposed old Valeria family. You have the Baratheons are like there. The Starks have a big part in at least the end portion of the Civil War.
Okay. But they're one of the older families, right?
I mean, so after Aegon's conquest, that's when the Seven Kingdoms, the major families were pretty much set.
Right.
Like the heads. You're probably going to still see like the Tyrells. You know, they were nobodies before the conquest. But then when the conquest happened, Aegon put. So if he had to kill the king, he put vassals in place in their stead, people who were loyal to the crown.
Yeah.
So he'd raise up a lord. That's what he did.
Do you think we'll see Greyjoys?
Oh yeah.
Traitors.
We might even,
Treachery.
this will be before the Greyjoy Rebellion by quite a bit. So the Greyjoys will still be scumbags.
And Joe,
but,
you read them all? You read all the books?
yeah.
I do want to get it.
Yeah, he's holding out on us. He knows all the information. He
I
just
know.
doesn't want us to know. He just doesn't want us to know. That's what this is.
It'll be this way with Percy Jackson when we get
I don't
around
want to be the
it.
guy
No.
who like.
Oh no. I know what you're saying, man. I'm messing with you.
Hey, welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome.
What's going on?
Let me ask you this: how about Melisandre? Can we see her?
Sure. Okay. I don't know. I'm with you. That's a good question.
Probably not.
Okay.
This is 200 years before. She used a charm to make herself look young, but I don't think she was
That old.
that old.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That one shot of her, she looked a couple of 100 years older than that.
She does look pretty messed up, man. She looks like
Wow.
Skeletor from the He-Man movie. Remember the old He-Man movie?
Yes, we will see. Not in Game of Thrones, but in the Lord of the Rings series, we will see.
Oh yeah, definitely Lord of the Rings. Yeah, no, not Game of
Silmarillion.
Thrones.
So we are definitely going to see Sauron. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This is really good. Yeah, Silmarillion. Sauron plays like a big role in it. I wonder how they're going to do the whole thing with.
That's why I don't
Deception
know
of
how
Black
they're going to do this, man, because it's a big story they're trying to tell. It's
Yeah,
a big story.
yeah, and they said like 5 seasons, 10 episodes each, all an hour long. I mean, it's not that it's not doable, but you definitely have to cut out a lot of characters now. Like
They already announced how many seasons?
5. And they
5
already
seasons?
said, I think, yeah, they're doing 5 seasons. They said they already have their ending, and everything else they just have to fill in. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of know the way that the books end when it's a prequel.
Well, no,
That's
I
true.
understand that, but I'm just surprised that they're getting 5
Because how
seasons off
deep
the
the
bat.
book is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
And you said it's 10 episodes, an hour long?
Yeah.
The interesting thing is that House of the Dragon, and George calls his Fire and Blood. George calls his Silmarillion. It's supposed to be like that's what the real story is the whole time.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones is just a part of it. It's all about the story of the Targaryens.
Would you say that? Oh, go ahead, Ben.
no, after you, my man. After you.
I was going to ask, what did you think, since you read them all, what did you think the best story was that he put out?
Well, first of all, the books they have a lot of story arcs that aren't in the show. And they changed a bunch of things with shows.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that's missing is like there's a whole Lady Stoneheart angle where you know, Catelyn comes back to life as a zombie. And like there's a whole bunch of stuff that there's a bunch of other stuff.
In the Game of Thrones storyline?
Yeah, in the books.
wow.
Yeah.
So a zombie or is she a White Walker?
No. She like Thoros of Myr and Beric Dondarrion. Beric brings her back to life, and he dies doing it. But she was dead for too long, so she's like a zombie. And she just wants revenge, and she goes around killing people.
I think that's the Lord of the Rings show. That you're thinking. I think
Yeah.
the 5 ways in the Lord of the Rings.
Do we think, let me ask you this real quick. Is someone going to be a main character in Rings of Power?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's his story.
Mm-hmm. And how he became the Dark Lord.
Yeah,
Like one of the big things I know is there's
How big of a character do you think Saruman's going to be?
That's a good question.
I don't think we're going to see Saruman or Gandalf.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
if
I thought
we
they were
do,
both in
I don't.
the commercials.
I didn't see them.
Making that up.
I didn't see them. I think like maybe if
This
they're
is
going to have
before
big roles,
them.
they may not come to the middle.
I think they were only like 1,200 years old in the Lord of the Rings books. This is like 3,000 years before
Right.
the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings.
That's true.
I don't think they're around yet. They come in the final age or the third age, which is when the Hobbit and all that take place. This is the second age. This is before the fight of the battle. I think the end of this show is going to be the beginning of the Lord of the Rings.
Well, here's the thing.
It'll lead into the third age. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
This is
the,
the
that,
second
that,
age,
the
yeah.
battle that we see, you know, fighting it. I think that's going to be the end of the show.
If we lose in Saruman, it would be a new actor. It would probably be a younger actor. If I had to
It's
guess.
going to be all different people. It has to be at this point.
Yeah. I just.
Unless you're going to de-age a bunch of people.
Well, let me ask you guys this. I have a thought.
Okay.
What if Michael Fassbender shows up as a young Gandalf?
Is that rumored or is that like a?
I
Fancast.
didn't
You just knocked out your head.
And
That's
then it came off my top of my head.
You know
I
what?
don't know.
I could see him more as an elf for some reason.
Well, he's just saying because he played young Magneto.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
although you know what that I am not taking into account actually on this is that there is young Elrond in this.
right. And young Galadriel.
Yeah.
Name of my Camry.
So we could
Nice.
possibly see, I guess, a young. I mean, maybe they're changing the story a little bit.
Well, they were. They
from
were.
what
That
I
old, aren't
remember,
they?
the Silmarillion is like 3,000 years before. It's the first age basically.
Well, this is
Middle
second
Earth.
age.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was a different Dark Lord in the first age.
Right.
I think it was like Morgoth was his name.
But that's who is in the Silmarillion. That's who is Sauron by the end of it.
Yeah, Sauron's the Dark Lord by the end of the second age. And you're right. That battle that we see at the very beginning of Lord of the Rings, I'm pretty sure that'll be the battle we see at the end.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, because we still got to go through his deception and how he rose to power, because he actually was at Black Gate and played a trick,
Yeah, he was
deceiving the king, and then
he was the brother of and then he killed the one, and then he started to take over. That's when he started to turn bad.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the ring?
Yeah,
The One Ring.
we're gonna see all
yeah,
the rings.
yeah.
We're gonna see all
the
the rings.
one ring to rule them all.
I think that's pretty much a guarantee. We're gonna see all the rings. Now, do you think they're gonna do what they did in the books and have him start off as a man and then become the monster?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
because like we even see a glimpse of him.
Yeah.
It's quick, but there's a glimpse of him walking through like a court.
I don't
You
know
see him
if
as a
they've
man.
shown him as a human. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, it's a. Did you see? There's a guy, and there's probably like this could be any of them, but there's one. And he's wearing a white robe, and he's got like this flowing brown hair.
Okay. Okay.
Whoever that got that, I don't know the actor's name, but that's
Sure.
Sauron. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Lord of the
This could be-
Rings is why I'll never get married. Once they put a ring on, they just go crazy.
Dude, they all go crazy. Everybody goes crazy with a ring. I'm telling you.
If she goes invisible, that's terrible. Wow. Oh man, you gotta keep one eye open. There may be a wraith around when you're sleeping or something.
Gripping your pillow tight.
Something happened on the stairway to heaven. Oh man, Phil Collins, I love you.
So, what does this game, the Game of Thrones show, does this lead up to the battle that put,
Robert's Rebellion?
yeah?
No.
What does this lead up to?
It's 200 years before.
Right.
So it would. I mean, eventually it'll lead into it.
So this is the fall of the Targaryens, basically, is what this will be.
Not yet.
Well,
This is like peak Targaryen power. But yeah, this is like when they start to lose powers, when dragons start to die. This is when the grip starts to loosen. The first cracks in the armor.
Okay.
I heard, and I don't know how reliable it is. I heard each season is going to be a different time jump.
I don't know about each season, but I do know there was talking about it being like almost anthology-ish where they'll take place. Kind of like you ever seen Vikings?
Yeah. I
mhm.
love Vikings.
You know, that's like jumps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like that. And they're going to do different major storylines in the Targaryen life. That's exactly how Fire and Blood is. It's like two different retellings of the Targaryen history, which is why nobody actually knows what is what. Because there's always been at least two different... George believes in the unreliable narrator. Stories aren't told from his perspective as a narrator. They're told from characters' perspectives.
Yeah, right.
So every character will see things differently. So when you're reading the accounts that two different people in two different stations of life wrote about an event, there is a certain level of, instability, of unsureness. You don't have a way to actually know what the truth is. So even if you read the books, you're still not exactly sure on how things played out. You know the events.
Bias.
You know, like the big events, but you don't know what caused them or how it all started. That's the things that are debated. There's certain linchpin issues and stuff that.
So then, could you say that that Game of Thrones is actually his actual vision of what really happened? Then,
well, so in the books, it's every chapter is written from a character's perspective.
Okay.
So it's all truth because it's not like you know what the person believes when you're in their chapter. The other characters can be lying to you, but you're seeing an abject truth. Like when what you're reading is their truth.
Right.
So the only way that it's unreliable is if they're lying to themselves or they're being tricked.
Are they all in third person?
No, it's all in first person.
Really?
It's like a narrator. Like everyone is from their point of view.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the books are from the character's point of view, but the show itself
can
be like what actually happened.
It could be.
You know what I mean? That's why
it's similar,
but it's not quite the same.
or it could be just another unreliable narrator. Because
Sure.
after
Oh, yeah,
all,
definitely.
stories are just things that were written down long ago, and history is written by the victors.
No, I really think that's an interesting way to write a book, is from the characters' perspectives. That's really interesting
It's
way.
also why he's so stuck, because it gets hard writing yourself out of some of these situations.
Hmm.
I like that.
So, are Targaryens like? Would you say they're more tyrannical, or are they like diplomatic? Are they?
It's a 50-50 coin. You have a 50 every time a Targaryen's born, flip a coin.
They could be
They're either going to
ruthless
be
or
crazy or beneficial or benevolent.
not.
That's what they say.
Mm.
Half of them are mad, but then for every Ares the fifth, you have Ares the second. You have a Jaehaerys who was the most benevolent of all the Dragon Masters, of all the Targaryens.
Mm.
Team Targaryen.
Stargaryen. Oh, that's a nice shirt, dude.
I brought my friend Tyrion with me today.
Very cool.
Tyrion.
With the
I
point that I'm
sprinkle
at in the
everything.
show, I'm already calling him the single greatest character.
Where are you?
He's the goat. He's the
Where
goat.
are you, John?
Season 4, episode 2.
He's the goat.
You're on there. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wait,
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm not joking around, man. I'm going to get through this show.
Do it.
I love
man.
it.
Do it.
It's phenomenal.
You're on a great episode.
Okay, I forgot what the title of it was. Darn.
oh, season 8.
Yeah.
Episode 8, rather. That's an episode 9 actually too. Two of the best episodes of this show.
Don't you spoil shit.
I'm not.
There.
No,
Thank
Let's
you,
not
Don.
spoil anything. I'm just saying
Like,
you got a lot to look forward
You
to.
said the episode, man. You can't just give him too much away, man. Give him too much away.
This episode is good. Whoa,
My-
dude.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, my
Whoa.
virgin eyes.
How dare you spoil that for me?
He's here. He's here.
I'm telling you, I'm just ready for having orgasms.
Game of
Constantly.
Thrones. Whoa, wait a minute. You cannot spoil it for me.
Whoa.
He says the
Call.
title. Spoiler. Like,
It's called Game of Thrones. Whoa, man. Look.
Whoa.
relax,
Whoa.
big fella.
Calm down. TMI, okay? TMI right
Yeah,
now.
you're doing the most, Carl. You're doing the most. Relax. It's okay. Yo,
Whoa, exactly.
What
Whoa.
was that?
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you guys see?
Oh.
Josh. So episode
Yo.
9 of season 3. That's a hell of an episode too.
yeah. I was in full rage, okay? Full
what
on
do we have?
rage after
do we
that
have?
happened. Ah,
How do you like the
Hobbit
Hobbit
series.
series?
you know what? I didn't mind
Two
the first
movies would have been better.
Yeah.
one. That's also what I've heard is, and I agree with
The book
isn't
is
that
better.
big,
Yes.
you know.
Two movies would have been better, but I think I kind of understand what he was going for, but I think it was too long. It was too long.
Because it's well, because like what the Battle of the Five Armies just dragged it out longer than it needed to be.
But I will still stand by this. Lord of the Rings extended versions are the best versions.
Yes.
Yes,
Are the
Absolutely.
best versions by far.
Who wins? Daemon Targaryen or Aragorn?
Oh,
Everyone.
I don't know. Does Aragorn have a dragon?
no, but I'll tell you what he does. He has an answer for Rohan. That's right there. Rohan shall answer.
He did. He didn't actually. No, he didn't take it out.
And Daemon Targaryen controlled the army of the Targaryens, and they're all their dragons. So if we're gonna bring armies into it,
Well, Aragorn did have the army of the dead.
Listen, yeah,
True.
Army of the Dead.
He did.
Absolutely.
When did Bruce and Cameron show up? Oh, wait, no, that's Army of Darkness. Never mind.
I see what you did there.
I saw it too.
He just dealt with the multiverse with that one.
Papas.
Papa.
You know, my favorite thing from him was in Spider-Man 2 is the usher.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like him in Spider-Man 3 as the matron D.
I wouldn't be mad if
Oh,
he's the new Stan Lee.
yes. I did too. Yeah, I thought that was a sweet scene. And then, you know, Peter being...
We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, he fumbled it.
Yeah. what were you saying, Joe? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I don't remember.
You were swimming with dolphins, Joe.
Selling me. Hey,
No, that was
damn it. That would have been fun.
Are we not? I'm trying to think. Are we noticing a faceless men in the show? A men with no face.
Are we gonna see who?
The man with no face.
The man with no name.
The Faceless
Yes.
Man.
The faceless man.
Probably. Possibly. I don't know if they're really active in Westeros at this point. Once again, it really depends on if the show expands outside of the core story they're telling. So the Faceless Men definitely exist. They came from Old Valeria. Supposedly, they take credit for bringing it down by killing the wizards who controlled the 14 flames, which then caused Valeria to burn. But who really knows the truth? Because, once again, unreliable narrator.
This show has a lot of story to tell.
A lot of theories. That's why people can't get as up in arms. It's not like Game of Thrones where it's like a set known thing. Although people fucking hypothesizing things is when they get into trouble because everyone wants their truth to be the truth.
Yeah.
After you, Josh.
I was going to ask, like, what kind of creatures other than dragons do you think we'll see? Like, will there be vampires?
No,
not
just at this point. Probably some magic users, maybe a skin changer or two. Although most magic is pretty looked down upon. It's mostly going to be dragons.
Interesting.
Although we might see some things that nobody knows what there is. Like there's a little island in the God's Eye, where supposedly the Green Men live. There's only been like 2 people that have ever gone there, supposedly, and one of them happens to be a character that should show up at some point in the series. So, depending on what's there, like this, once again, there's a lot of things that are mentioned in world, but that we never actually get explanations for.
Will we see a Stark decapitate somebody? That's what I need to know.
Oh, by the end of the series, you should see more than one.
There will be faceless and headless men.
I have a question. Talking about the Stark family. Are we going to see direwolves in this show?
No.
Whoa, that's in stark contrast to Game of Thrones. So did there.
Yeah.
If you remember what they said, direwolves were never really a pet to them. That was all more, or maybe they were at some point, but not during. That'd be like
The
old,
Watchmen will be
old.
around, right?
The Night's Watch.
Night's Watch, yeah.
Yeah, they've been around longer than
Okay, that's what I thought. So that's
supposedly since a Stark, a younger brother Stark.
Are we going to see the wall?
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point. I don't know if it's going to be a major focus or not.
Westeros looks different anyway.
I mean, yeah. So the King's Road. I'm trying to think at what point. I'm not good with orders sometimes. Like I don't remember if the King's Road was built yet. I think this is after Jaehaerys. So the King's Road should exist. Although I could be completely wrong. Because I'm not good with timelines. But Jaehaerys is the one who built like the road from King's Landing up to the north. Because he wanted to be able to travel his whole country and see all the people. So we will see.
I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this show, honestly.
It's gotten great reviews.
It looks awesome from the trailers.
Before I forget, let me bring up the one question we got from Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that House of the Dragon will be able to attract the same kind of viewership of Game of Thrones after that last few seasons? That is a really good question. What do you think?
Yes.
I was gonna say yes, only because I think people love this world so much that I mean, even people that didn't like the end of Game of Thrones are gonna be like, well, now I get another chance to get something I like. So yeah, why wouldn't they want to watch it?
I would say, like, even though I haven't finished, but I'll use Lord of the Rings as an example. So obviously, collectively, we all here, we love the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But Hobbit, but we're able to separate two. Even though they're still part of the same world, you can still separate and say, hey, this is one you can always go back to. You love it. And hey, you got this here. Didn't really work for you, but you still got the one that you love. So, just like how I feel with Lion King, that's for a different conversation for a different day.
Don't you
Anyway,
start. Don't you start. Don't you start. Don't even do it. You know what? Don't even do it. Don't do that.
One day.
Donald Glover is the best Simba. There, I said it. Donald
Listen,
Glover's
it's
the best
Matthew Broderick. Stop it.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh my God.
I'm not taking it back. I said it.
Damn you.
No, go ahead. I'm not.
No. No, that's just my example of how I think people could. It means no.
Every time he brings it up, I have to say something.
For the rest of your day, it's the problem-free philosophy.
Or banishing Dawn to the Outlands.
That's fine. Hey, that's fine. I like it.
You will serve at the wall, boy.
Look, I will hang out with Whoopi and all the rest of the hyenas. I'm not scared.
You will hang out with your natural enemy. That's crazy.
That's fine with me.
Wow. You know what? I just learned a lot about you just now.
I'll survive. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
I feel that. It's a survivor. Yeah. You got what you got to do.
Whoa. Whoa, Blossom. Whoa.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
That's terrible. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. You know, we say all of that to say, guys, I think people will love House of the Dragon.
And then bring up another franchise we all love, Star Wars.
Yep.
Say what you want about each of the trilogies. They all keep coming back whenever new stuff comes out, right?
That is true.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Star
Yeah,
Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
It's called
Great
Star
SNL
Coke.
skit.
It's addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars.
That's a great skit from SNL.
But
I love
we're
it.
not here to talk about the Star Wars. We're here to talk
Why not?
about.
It's
Yeah,
fantasy.
yeah, we
It's
have a-
fantasy.
we have a whole
There
show
will be
dedicated.
dragons.
Just because they have lightsabers and not magic wands, I
For
don't
fuck's
think it's
sake,
fair.
Ned. She's got
don't
3
think it's
dragons.
fair. There's wizards. There's space wizards. That counts.
They have swords, Ben.
That's a very clever point that you bring up there, sir.
They have magic and swords, Khaleesi.
And they are
What
Jedi
hope
Knights,
do we have against their army?
the Unsullied.
I am Jorah Mormont of Bear Island, Khaleesi.
What do you guys think about the new Star Wars show? It's premiering 3 episodes.
Is he
at a
talking
time.
about Cassian Endor?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So,
I, for one,
I
am
have read
boycotting
about
that
him.
show.
I have read about him in my history texts.
Why
A long, long
are you
time ago.
boycotting that, Don? Why are you boycotting?
Releasing 3 episodes at a time. It's ridiculous.
No, not 3 at a
Absolutely.
time.
No, they only got premiere.
No, well, 3 to start off with. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
the boys did it, and I think
Every
it fared quite
show.
well in their favor.
Oh no, I'm definitely.
WandaVision did it.
I'm absolutely watching Andor.
Oh yeah, okay. I was just checking on you,
I do not
Absolutely.
believe
making
WandaVision
sure,
did that, mate.
making sure. A little twist and swizzle. I
Little
see you
twist.
there, Don.
Twiddling your knicker.
If you guys want to hear me and Don talk more about the Star Wars, come check out Jedi Academy every Wednesday night on this channel.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be talking about Andor. Don't you worry, guys.
Oh yeah.
And
Absolutely.
what?
I feel like I've met my match with puns.
Another
Because that,
Oh, wait a minute. We have
that was
another one.
brilliant.
Ben, we got another one down there.
question?
Yeah.
Another question? Send them in, people.
Yeah.
Let's see what you have to ask us.
Keep asking questions.
Boy.
Wizard staff, magic wand, or lightsaber. Well, only because wizard staff sounds the coolest. So yes, I want a wizard staff.
Absolutely.
over all
Come
of
on,
them.
give me a bow staff.
Over
and
those 3, I want a wizard staff.
Well, you see, it's not really about the sword, is it? It's not
Magic
about
wand
your
is.
stuff.
This is a magic wand. A staff is.
No, but it's really about the magic you can wield with it.
I plant
You
my
know what I
tree,
mean?
and I will
It's
fall
all
you king.
about. It's all about the magic you can do with your wand or your staff.
I don't know what you guys are smoking. The right answer is a lightsaber.
You know,
Or you can cut through anything.
Well, the thing is, Ben, you see, if you have your lightsaber, I just want to change
I will
it
tell
up.
you this.
I'll turn it into a snake in your hand, and it will bite you.
Go to Universal Studios and tell me it's not the coolest thing ever to have one of the Harry Potter wands. Dude, I mess with people so much. at Universal. It's so much fun. Dude, the worst place for one, the one in Orlando, right outside of the bathroom, they have this little umbrella. Okay, it's like a metal umbrella. And out of each little thing in the umbrella, water comes out when you do the little magic wand thing. So if you stand there, you can get people as they're coming out of the bathroom, and you can just sit there all day and just have this thing keep going off.
that's awesome.
What are we doing all day, Don?
Huh?
Can you show us what that looks like again?
Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
It's not Leviosa.
It's in the wrist.
Leviosa.
In the wrist, sir.
It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
It's Leviosa.
I remember that match. Ooh. You know what, though?
Not
Here's
Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
here's a question for you guys. Since we're on
All
the
right.
topic of Harry Potter, do you think that if they were to do, because everybody keeps talking about it, if they were to do Cursed Child, do you see it being a movie or do you see it being a series? Since a lot of the major franchises are starting to like turn to using both platforms, do you think that Harry Potter could also take advantage of this other space by going to TV as well, or
Well, here's the thing about Cursed Child. I think the first step for that is to make it into a novel. Right now, it's only in script form. And I don't think you can.
There's a novel out. They have the book out.
Have you seen it? Is it a new thing?
I've heard it's not great, but there is a novel out.
man, wow. And
But
there's no
not exactly. Sorry, go ahead.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't stay away from it. And I would come back to Harry Potter in like 15, 20 years. And then reboot it as a TV show.
I'd leave it alone for a while too, especially with how lovely J.K. Rowling is.
Yeah, you want to stay away from Frank give a little breathing room from Fantastic Beasts. Like, we know most of it ending up.
Right. No, that's fair. Yeah, I think if they did each book as a season in a TV show, I think that would be the way it could work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if they did like 30-minute episodes and did like 8-episode seasons, something like that, and did each book. Because the books aren't that long. I mean, they don't have to string it out like to 6, 7, 8 hours. If it's like 4 hours, 4.5 hour season, episode season, I think it would work.
4 episodes miniseries of an hour-long episode.
That's fine too. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, same thing. I think like, I mean, you and me have talked about it, Ben, many times that, Christian Harloff talks about it. And I just feel like the show form has just gotten so much better with this telling these stories that I think it is sort of where most things should go.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to get rid of movies completely. Don't get me wrong. Nobody wants to get rid of movies.
No,
can't do that.
No,
the theater is needed.
I think somebody needs to take the chance and really do a combination show where they do movies and seasons, and actually really go all in on it and do a couple movies and seasons. No, but yes, I understand. But what I'm saying is actually like do a season or two and then have like a big movie or two and then do another season or something.
Like how TV, like Saturday morning cartoons.
They try to do that with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
true.
No, I'm sorry, after your show.
No, go ahead, Ben.
Didn't they also try to do that with the Inhumans?
I liked it. Probably the only one in the world.
Wow.
I didn't watch it, so I'll be honest. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I mean,
I watched the first 3 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoa.
That on his name, by the way. I'm not getting rid of that.
No, that's not going away. That's not going away at all. I can't.
We're keeping that
for sure.
So
That's awesome.
To
Joey
try
Lawrence
full
is always
circle
welcome
this,
here.
Yeah.
Back to the topic.
Bring it home.
Where what locations do you guys want to see in the Game of Thrones show? Where are you hoping we go?
I mean, everywhere. I want to see what that world looks like back, at this point in history. Absolutely. So everywhere.
I want to see King's Landing.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like to see Valyria. How all of that.
Yeah.
Really
pre-Doom Valyria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we get Diego Luna's or not Diego Luna?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal's land.
The Dornish.
Yes,
yeah,
Dornish.
Dorn.
Yeah.
So.
Do we get Dorn in this?
Probably.
You think? Okay.
Although.
So are they based on like the Persians or Egyptians or something? Or are they like the Arab nation?
The Dornish?
Yeah.
Yeah, something. This
Is that
it
what
might be
they're?
like the Spanish. I
Okay.
I don't think that's a 1-for-1 so much.
No. I'm just saying because it seems like
No,
there are
right.
differences depending
Well, right.
on
Like the
kind of where you go.
Lannisters
That's
and the
all.
Starks are based on it's the War of the Roses. Like that was the formation for that part of the story. Kind of they borrowed a lot from that.
Mm.
So it's all relevant. But like with the
Right.
Dornish, it wasn't like a 1-for-1 like some of the other ones are with historical things and such.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I know
Oh,
now
right.
they
Right.
just
Okay.
said there's
That's
gonna
fair.
be there's a black family involved.
I believe the
But I forgot
Valyrians
their
are black in
names.
this. The Corliss Sea Snake and
Yeah.
the Valyrians. But I
Because he has the white
in the
dreads, right? The guy
yeah
with
Yes.
the white dreads. Yeah.
in
Mm-hmm.
the books I do not believe that they're described as being black, but
Okay.
um, I it doesn't really bother. Like it doesn't
Well, I mean,
change
Wester.
anything. It
It's
wasn't
based
integral
on
to their
England, right?
character.
It's based on England, Scotland, and
Kind
Ireland,
of.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you like turn it upside down or something.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
No, I was just curious. I was just curious. I wasn't sure.
I'm hoping we get to go to a shy, but we've yet to
Is,
see
is,
that.
What's
yeah,
that?
is that a new place?
So, a shy is supposedly where Danny's dragons came from. It's like the Far East, and then outside of a shy, there's something called the Shadows past the shy, the Shadows beyond the shy, and that's supposedly where dragons and everything came from. The Shadowlands. So I want to see like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mm.
Maybe
I have a question for you, Joe. I don't know, and it's been asked in my family for a while. Do we know who gave Nanny the eggs way back in season 1 of Game of Thrones?
who gave her the eggs?
Yeah,
Ilario Mopatis.
okay.
He was the one that they were living with.
Alright.
The one whose house they were staying at. Her and her brother.
In the
Oh
beginning,
yeah.
The very beginning.
Also, the one that Varys was meeting in the tunnels.
Well, Smeagol. No. It's way
No.
too early because he's not.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, it's way
Yeah.
too early. Smeagol doesn't come
There's
around.
not even
until the
hobbits
third
yet
age.
at that point.
Yeah,
At this point.
they were Harfoots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were Harfoots before they were hobbits.
Right.
So yeah, we're not going to see Smeagol.
There's not even a Shire yet. There's not even a Shire.
Mrs. Smiggles helps us, the Hobbitses. Hobbitses are friends.
Oh man.
Okay.
Hobbitses.
This is what I've missed. Truly, this is truly what I've missed here. Joe, Dawn, Ben, brothers in arms, let us go wage war on Mordor and take back what is ours.
All right, but I'm not leaving my jewelry.
That's right. You're a Gamgee.
I can't drop my gold in the mountain. I won't do it. You
He
can't
refuses.
make me.
He said, "Don't you lose him, Sam. And I don't plan to."
What a lie! Don't make me cry, Don.
Sam should have just thrown him into the mountain.
Love that part.
Solves all the problems.
All seriousness though, Sam is the MVP,
Oh,
hands
Absolutely.
down.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh
Of
my
course.
gosh! What?
Of course. Yeah. Dude, without
That's
Sam,
true,
he don't
right.
make it. Without Sam, he doesn't make it.
That's right.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
okay, real quick. Last question before we wrap up here.
Yeah.
Do each of you have a favorite scene from the trilogy?
From Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Trilogy?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great question. There's so many scenes.
It still only counts as one.
That still counts as one. Must go to the mines of Moria. God. More beer.
Dude, the way Legolas takes down that the elephant with, and then slides down the trunk, and he's like, yeah, right before that, it still only counts. I mean, that scene, just that whole entire battle scene is just insane, man. Insane. You know what
I
makes
also like
me
the
still
Shelob
laugh
scene.
to this day, even though I've seen these movies 1,000 times, is when they're the two towers, the battle's about to start, and all the orcs are lined up outside, and Gimli is just jumping, trying to look over the thing. That to me still is one of the funniest freaking scenes ever. Just
Throw
seeing
me.
him jump.
Don't tell the elf.
Throw me, don't tell the elf.
Yes, throw me. Yeah, throw me's a great one too. Yeah.
My favorite, one of my favorite scenes in Return of the King. You guys found no money.
I am no man. Oh,
Yeah.
My friends,
man, absolutely
you bow to
great
no
scene.
one.
Oh.
Yes,
Cheers.
you bow to no one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
dude, when he rides the Legolas is my favorite
unbent,
character, man.
Unbroken.
When he rides the shield in two towers down the
Yes,
stairs, and
oh
he shoots
my
the arrows,
gosh.
and then he kicks the shield into the orc's chest. Holy crap, dude! Legolas is so badass.
Yeah. You know,
Orlando
I
Bloom
have
is
to
so
say,
good in those movies, man.
I like the scene when
He's got some
the
range.
wargs were coming after them. I on the edge of my seat, you know, like, oh my gosh. Even the first one, Boromir's sacrifice was.
Oh, that's a great scene. That is a great scene.
Yeah.
I got one from The Hobbit, man. The barrel scene going down the river. That's actually a fun scene, man.
Yeah.
When they're running from the orcs and the Legolas and what's her name are helping them, the dwarves.
Oh,
when they're in the barrels,
yes,
escaping from the elf king, the elf prison.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
I like
a great scene. I love that scene, man.
Was the spider scene in the first one before when they were fighting Azog?
No, that's Return of the King.
No, not Shelob, the other one when they were in the forest. Oh no, that's Desolation.
Oh, in the
that was
Hobbit.
right before they got captured. Yeah, that was right before they got captured.
That's before,
I would say,
yeah.
I like the scene in the first one when it was like Thorn versus Azog.
What are you gonna do when the trees fight back?
You turn and hide, brother. You turn and hide.
The trees are smoking us. Ah.
But it's crazy because like they said all their friends and they saw all just fires. They're all burned to the ground. And it's like you don't have a choice. You have to fight now. Like there's no way. If you turn back after witnessing that, you're a coward. No. You don't. Yeah, nah.
Not to the subject, but one last Game of Thrones prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we'll see at least 5 Valyrian steel swords in this show.
Mm.
I'm hoping 5.
Okay, that's big. Will we see are they going to be lightsaber battles with Valyrian steel though? Were they
That's highly unusual to have Valyrian steel versus Valyrian steel.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Most people won't survive that battle. But you will see.
Oh, I was gonna say there may be a dragon that eats another dragon.
What?
That might happen. I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Joe, you're muted. I think you're muted.
I don't know about each another
There you
dragon, but I'm assuming you'll definitely see one fight another dragon.
Yeah, like dragon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the T-Rex.
I mean, you're gonna see some Top Gun style mid-air aerial combat, but with dragons instead of F-16.
And you know what's
Tom Cruise is in this then, so that is confirmed.
Oh yeah. You just can't see him because he's only this big.
God.
Oh my gosh, Tom Cruise is Luke Skywalker in the next wing. Wow,
That's
how original.
awesome. That's awesome.
That whole Family Guy bit is hilarious. Oh.
Oh
Is
my
Tyrion a
God.
hobbit?
Dude. Huh?
You know what? Oh, maybe. Okay.
Tyrion? Did you say is Tyrion a hobbit?
He can't be. He'd be with Gimli. He's a dwarf.
He is a dwarf. He will be a dwarf. Absolutely.
Ooh, it's an offensive term to his people.
He has the hammer.
Yeah.
No, he has
Yeah.
the hammer.
He does.
No, wait, didn't you guys see Infinity War? He's like a giant dwarf.
He's
Eitri.
giant.
He was a dwarf that was a giant somehow. That makes no sense.
I think Joe just likes to get under my skin. Oh man, no, this was.
All right. Before this goes way off the rails, kind of late for that, but anyway.
What are you talking about? This was the smoothest show we've done. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a much fun. Wasn't that?
Great
It was
show.
a much fun.
Oh come on, we're like Clint Eastwood. We're easy riders. Wait.
Go
Pause.
ahead, punk. Make my day.
Do you feel lucky?
Punk.
Well, do you, punk?
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh man.
All right. On that note, let's wrap up. So, my man, my friend, tell everyone where they can find you.
Whoa. At Joseph M. Boros on Twitter. Principles and Promise on Instagram, I believe. Although it's hard for me to remember these things these days. Facebook and right here every Monday. Getting geeky with y'all, fellows.
Absolutely.
Sharks, my friend, my fellow warrior. Where can I find you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Cybertron, fighting against the one known as Megatron. Doing all we
Autobots.
can to protect the Enertron soul.
Roll out.
Yes, we shall roll out Bumblebee. You can find me in the Facebook group Multiverse of Geekdom. I'm here every Friday on Weekly Geekdom and every Sunday on Geekdom Uncut. You can also find me on my YouTube channel, The Midnight Cinema, and on Twitter at The Outlawed Mime, and on Instagram, The Midnight Cinema 41. Feel free to leave a question, comment, concern, anything that you want. Talk to me. I'm here for you. I will lead you into battle and victory. Sila.
And John, my friend, my partner in all this madness.
That's me.
Tell all the people where they can find you.
I'm right here, hanging out right here.
Perfect.
No, first of all,
Perfect.
guys, I want to say thank you to World's Biggest Geek and everybody else that was commenting during
Yes.
the show. Thank you guys for the interaction. We do appreciate it. And the question from Twitter. Who was that? Who was that?
Adelia.
That went from Adelia.
Yes, thank you very much for that. We do appreciate it, guys. But you guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. You can find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday with a variety of these gentlemen here, depending on the show.
We are characters.
But yes, guys, you can find me and on the Facebook group. So please come and look for me. And guys, always like and subscribe.
Yes.
There will be fire and blood.
Never trust a Lannister.
See? They know.
They always pay their
Spider
debts.
part.
Yeah, see, he knows. Yep, right before they got captured. Yep, or the elf.
Oh,
Spider
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's the
Sorry.
spider
Not
part.
you.
It's a arachnophobia part. Can't have it.
Yeah, that's all he was saying. Like the part in the Hobbit and Desolation. Yeah.
Why are you afraid
All
of
right.
Iraq?
That's it.
And you guys can find me at mindfit_rainer Every Monday, right here on Fellowship of the Kingdom. Every Wednesday on Jedi Academy. Every Friday on the Weekly Kingdom. Every Sunday on Kingdom Uncut. You guys can also find me on the Northern Entertainment Group. Every Tuesday, I'll be writing that tape. And every Saturday morning on the Northern Countdown. Everyone, thank you for tuning on in.
Ben, you forgot a place.
Wow.
We can also
What?
find you in Rivendell.
Oh, Rivendell.
Just basically
see.
turn on YouTube, and Ben will probably
is
be on
everywhere.
there.
Yeah, right.
He's the high elf everywhere he goes. The
Absolutely.
high
You know what? I can't think of a better way to end the show other than this.
Whoa! Ben's
Whoa.
the master of whispers.
That's awesome.
Have a good one, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, guys.